Hello everyone. In today's movie review, I'm going to be reviewing the 2002 DreamWorks animated movie, Spirit, Stallion, the Cimarron. Now, the plot of this movie is where you got this horse named Spirit, played by Matt Damon, who is captured during the American Indian Wars, and then he is freed by a Native American man named Little Creek, who attempts to return him back to the Lakota village. And then, of course, later in the movie, Spirit comes across this female horse named Rain, and pretty much they both end up falling in love with each other. And so, yeah, so that's pretty much the basic plot of Spirit, Stallion, the Cimarron. This is a really good movie from my childhood. Like, I love this movie when I was a kid. I first watched this movie when I was in elementary school, and for what it is, Spirit, Stallion, the Cimarron is a pretty good and underrated film when you think about it, because it's pretty underrated since it's probably not one of DreamWorks' best movies, but because this movie's like one of the earliest DreamWorks animated movies to be hand-drawn animated, which they don't really do anymore. Yeah, from DreamWorks Animation, the studio that brought you Shrek. It also says right here on the front of the DVD cover that it's an Academy Award nominee for Best Animated Feature of 2002. And Ice Age was also nominated for Best Animated Feature of 2002, but both this movie and Ice Age were both lost to Spirited Away, which is an anime movie I really want to check out sometime. But yes, but other than that, Spirit, Stallion, the Cimarron is still a pretty good movie from 2002. I enjoyed it a lot when I was a kid, and I still do to this day. Because the hand-drawn animation is really good. It's because it's beautifully animated. It's like, the hand-drawn animation is pretty good. It's beautifully animated. And the character designs are really good, too. And Spirit is definitely a really cool horse. And of course, Rain right here. Rain is definitely a beautiful horse as well. Rain's beautiful and cute. And it's got pretty good voice acting, too. Like, Matt Damon plays Spirit in this movie. Like Matt Damon plays Spirit. And I thought Matt Damon did a good job as Spirit. It's just Matt Damon is also the narrator for this movie too. Like, he also narrates this movie when he's voicing Spirit through inner dialogue. Because Spirit's thoughts are actually narrated by Matt Damon, which Matt Damon is also the narrator for this movie. Like, he tells the story. And James Cromwell is also in this movie too. He plays the villain in this movie called the Colonel, and I thought James Cromwell did a pretty good job. And of course, and yes, he was also in Big Hero 6 as well. And yeah, so I think that's all there is to that. So I think that there's not much else to say about Spirit. So overall, Spirit is a good DreamWorks animated movie from 2002, and I'm gonna give Spirit 4 out of 5 stars. And if you haven't seen this movie yet, then I recommend it, because if you really love horses, then I definitely recommend this movie. And yeah, and yes, of course, I do know there's also, years later on Netflix, there's also a spin-off series called Spirit Riding Free, which I never really got into. And plus, I know DreamWorks Animation is also making another Spirit movie that's based on Spirit Riding Free. But it's probably not going to be like this movie, because the Spirit Riding Free movie is actually going to be computer animated, because that's what DreamWorks does nowadays. They don't really do hand-drawn animation anymore, like I mentioned before. But still, I recommend checking this movie out if you want. And so that's going to be it for my movie review on Spirit. And so that's going to be it for this video. So make sure to give this video a thumbs up and subscribe to my channel if you haven't yet. And as always, thanks for watching. And until next time, goodbye everybody, and that's about it.